Before starting my coursework, I had already taken a particular interest in photography to the extent where I purchased my own professional camera. The camera we used for filming, a Canon 1200D, was very similar to my own camera, a Canon 1100D, meaning that I was already familiar with many of the settings available to use on the camera and had experience with handling the expensive equipment. Despite my previous camera knowledge, this was only useful to a certain extent, as filming was very different to photography. Despite mainly undertaking the role and responsibility of editor, I still used this opportunity to experiment with the settings of the camera. Before filming particular shots, I, along with the rest of the group, would experiment with a variety of shot angles and layouts to ensure the best composition and effects for our media product. My skills have definitely developed in terms of camera work, particularly as I had the chance to put the shots I had learnt in the previous lessons and in the preliminary task into practical use. Issues we experienced in the production process include the fact that we had to use different cameras on each filming occasion due to the unavailability of equipment. In addition, further issues developed with this, such as the focus, which changed slightly throughout the final cut, and camera angles. Some scenes were reshot for extra experimentation material. A similar problem arose with the lighting, which varied throughout the sequence. Despite this, we used artificial lighting and the available editing techniques on the iMacs to our advantage to minimise the difference and improve the quality of the footage. Despite having little experience on a Mac before, I was keen to get to grips with the programming software Final Cut Pro X. I uploaded the footage onto the Mac and began arranging the footage in the order we had discussed in the research and planning stages of our product. We had started the sequence with our company logo as recognition of our product. Then, it was followed into our footage. Filming from a variety of different angles allowed us to approach the editing stage with plenty of experimentation material. Fast-paced editing allowed each section to be brought into a smooth flowing structure. Credits were then placed upon various locations on each cut, avoiding the ongoing action in the background, so that the protagonist was not covered. Each credit appeared on the beat of the overlaying soundtrack, giving the sequence a sense of integrity. My skills have certainly developed since the beginning of the coursework. Where initially I was an amateur at working with camera equipment and editing software, I have now gained skills that would allow myself to approach a similar task with the advanced knowledge and greater understanding of what I would be doing. In terms of working as a group, I feel we have gained many communication skills, as we have been able to successfully meet on set dates outside of the school environment, film and edit our opening sequence efficiently and effectively. Finally, I feel the greatest skill I have developed throughout the duration of the course is timekeeping skills, which initially was the most difficult task. We started the course slightly behind after we had taken considerably longer in the planning stages of production, then meaning that we had less time in the filming stages of our main task. Knowing this, we then planned our shooting schedule within a shorter period of time that would allow additional time for the editing process, which we all agreed was almost certainly the most important stage of production. With regards to technologies in production work, I feel I could improve upon my editing knowledge by experimenting more with the features available on Final Cut Pro X. An example of this was how, despite successfully uploading the soundtrack, I could not find the soundtrack to insert independently, but had to seek assistance from within the group. Furthermore, I could experiment with different filters available and effects on the footage to see if it enhances the media product in any way, shape or form. In conclusion, I feel we have used the available equipment to its maximum potential to ensure that we have created a professional and realistic media product.